Hello, I'm Cole Powell, award-winning singer-songwriter for Random Mind Records. If you enjoy what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, click the bell for notifications. Consider supporting us on Patreon for exclusive perks, including polls and long-form reactions. Also, be sure to check out our brand new arts and media podcast, Words Like That, hosted by me, wherever you get your podcasts. All right, now I'll shut up and get to it.
Can't handle words like that. Words like that. No, no, no.
This is a sequel series to what's considered one of, if not the greatest, sci-fi comic book superhero action cartoons ever made, X-Men the Animated Series. I am way too close to this project to be objective, so I'm just going to let you know right off the bat, this could go either way. I may end up loving it just because it's a continuation of the original series, or I could end up hating it because it ends up going, it looks like it's going to be different. I don't know, we'll see. But I was there as a kid watching the first episode, two-parter, Night of the Sentinels, on Halloween night, 1992, and it absolutely changed my life. There's some people that would find that to be silly, oh, a cartoon changed life. But look, the impact it had on me of shaping my sensibilities, my tastes, my foundation of narrative storytelling is inestimable. How much that impacted me. Wolverine was instantly my favorite character. I have been a Wolverine fanatic ever since. Cal Dodd, I know a lot of people that didn't grow up with that. They think Wolverine, they think Hugh Jackman. Me, I still go, as much as I love Hugh, I still go to Cal Dodd, Scratchy, hey bub, from the original animated series. He's back on this. I've heard rumor his voice has changed. He doesn't sound the same. I'm going to have a hard time. If that's the case, I'm going to have a hard time accepting it. But I'm a little worried about this because Disney's track record with rebooting and continuing classic properties has not been great, in my opinion. I know it's had some fans. Their Star Wars stuff's had some fans. I like some of it. As of late, haven't really been a big fan. The Marvel stuff, to me, has gone downhill. And I'm also getting to the point where I'm finally accepting and realizing that you can't go back. I got a good friend, another singer-songwriter from my neck of the woods, Jim Oakes, or JF Oakes, his stage name. He wrote a song called Can't Go Back. And the premise is, you know, once your childhood's gone, it's gone. And the older I get and the more attempts I see at recapturing my own childhood, me trying to recapture it, but also entities trying to recapture the nostalgia from a bygone era, it almost taints the original experience. And I'm hoping that's not going to be the case with this, but we'll see. Without further ado, here is the trailer for X-Men 97. Let's go.
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
I'm grateful to have the chance to say
That's the series finale.
I am proud of you all.
The last season was pretty bad, by the way.
Fate lies in our hands now.
It was a good closer, though. Okay, animation style is already definitely different.
We have to stay vigilant. The professor entrusted us with his dream.
No matter how dark it is, we must believe in each other.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, bub. Keep buzzing in my ear.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there. That's a little bit over the halfway mark. I usually try to stop it halfway for YouTube. Hope that doesn't get us in trouble. But anyway, all right, so I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it. Again, I'm not going to be able to separate. I'm not going to be able to be objective about this. I can try. The animation, I had read in some comments whenever this came out, or some people that weren't really happy about the animation. I'm not really having that big of a deal with the animation. It does seem a little a little choppy. As far as the look, I like the look. It's kind of retro, but also a little bit more modern. Even not necessarily this decade, but like the 2000s, 2010s. I can see some of the Wolverine the X-Men, which was another animated series that I thought was really good, that was canceled before its time. And honestly, I would prefer to have seen a continuation of that than a reboot sequel of the original animated series, because the nostalgia wasn't there and it didn't have a definitive ending. But the voice cast, the actor that played Cyclops in the original has passed away, so he's been replaced. The actor seems to be doing a pretty good job kind of emulating the overall feel and sound of Norm Spencer's voice. I can't remember, some of these main roles are being reprised by the original voice actors. Others have been recast with the original actors doing other characters, which I'm not sure why. But there at the end, we finally got a line from Wolverine. And, you know, it's been over 25 years. And Cal Dodd obviously can't sound like he did 25 years ago, which is just a natural process of aging. Very few people can. I'm sure I will also not be able to sound the same in 25 years from now. But it did kind of take me out. It kind of took me out of the whole thing, and it's like, it sounds like they got another actor trying to impersonate Cal Dodd, but they can't quite get it. If Cal can't do the voice anymore, it would almost make more sense to find somebody who could imitate him from the period, as opposed to getting him to do it when he can't sound like himself. I'm probably being a little nitpicky here, but again, this property is very close to me personally. Let's finish it out.
Heads up!
Okay, Gene's expecting, alright. Okay.
To me, my X-Men. Magneto.
The last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
Well, also the actor that played Magneto has also passed away, so that was a new voice actor for him. Wasn't wild about that. The sound, the overall sound of the voice wasn't quite. Anyway, probably being nitpicky here. I said the animation was okay whenever I saw it the first time. That last set animation, it actually, the movement just looked a little too choppy, particularly when they went to the close-up on Cyclops' lips. And there's something that almost looked more anime-ish, and I'm not a huge animation style fan. Also, the line, to me, my X-Men, which I know it's from the comics, and it works fine in the comics. If that's actually in the show and wasn't just made for the trailer, they're going to have a hard time justifying having that line organically in there and it sounding good in the moment. I think about the Avengers Assemble line, which was a similar thing that they did on Endgame. They found a way to make it work. They kind of danced around it for a couple of movies, and then they found a way to make it work in the big final battle. It came off organic, yet it was also fan service. Thought it went well. They're going to have a hard time doing that in this show. I'm probably going to check out the first episode just to see, based on that trailer. Again, I feel like the past is the past. The X-Men are gone. The original 90s animated series is gone. It had a perfect ending. I'm not seeing really any reason to justify bringing this up just based on this first trailer. But again, it was a teaser. It was short. There wasn't a lot of stuff there. And even on the voice work, I already did some criticizing on the voice work. We didn't actually get to hear a lot of lines, particularly from Wolverine. So maybe he just sounded a little weird on that line, and maybe it's a little bit closer in the rest of the show most of the time or something. I don't know. I'll check it out. The whole Magneto thing, I know this is based on the run in the comics when Professor X went into space with Lilandra, which is what happened at the end of the original series, and Magneto turned good, and he was the leader of the New Mutants for a while, and then it turns out, oh, he's actually bad, and the New Mutants became X-Force under Cable, all this kind of stuff. I never really bought the entire idea of Magneto becoming the leader of the X-Men, and it looks like they're going with that on this iteration. It's going to be hard to make that work in context of the original series continuity, but we'll see. I'll check out the first episode, may even do a full reaction, so keep an eye out for that. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Consider supporting us on Patreon, and we'll see you soon.